tomorrow or tonight later will be my post Venom The Last Dance thoughts. So stay tuned. So last night I watched Venom 3. Let's talk about it. So out of the whole trilogy, I am saying with 100% confidence that Venom 3 is arguably the best film of the trilogy in more ways than one. The entertainment kicks up a notch, the action kicks up a notch, the story, the emotional stakes, everything in Venom 3, it ups the ante. It definitely ups the stakes in this film compared to 1 and 2 because the way the story ends and wraps up the whole Venom storyline, it just it's a nice fitting way to close it all out. And within the movie, without spoilers, there are many different things that we see Venom do with his powers or with other creatures that really looks fascinating and intriguing and makes you want to see what else he can do, and he gives you more. I mean, Venom, he does. I mean, there is more humor in this movie than the past films, which is what I did not like really. Too much humor, and the balance between humor, seriousness, those two tones, the balance, it was up and down. It was all over the place. It was a little bit like weird mixture of both, but the movie finds a way to have that serious tone in moments where it matters and that the humor tone in moments where there are scenes that might feel boring or something like that. But yeah, as far as the mixture and blend of the humor and seriousness goes, that is up and down throughout the whole movie, but it does help you keep engaged within the movie, and there's not one boring or dull scene anyway, so that's a plus. Now, as far as the pacing definitely did feel rushed, either throughout the whole movie or during some scenes. Like the way the intro came on, the way they began the movie, the way they ended the movie, the intro and the ending for me definitely felt rushed. It definitely felt like they could have done more, but what can you do? And as far as the other symbiotes, to see what they do with those in the movie, it's definitely a cheerful get up off your seat moment because that to me the whole scene with all that was probably the best moments of the movie. As far as the villain goes, Null, his screen time, it was definitely not as much as I was expecting or hoping, and it was clear to me that they're saving Null for any future films from Marvel slash Sony because his screen time was like maybe 5 minutes. So they're definitely teasing him, and seeing his face, that CGI was not 100% perfect, but hearing his voice, hearing how serious and how much of a death toned look he's all about, he's definitely going to be, he's definitely not a one and done character. He's definitely going to be like a Thanos level build up character, and I'm looking forward to seeing him definitely in future Marvel films. The whole dynamic between Eddie and Venom definitely has not changed. If anything, if it's changed, it's gone even up a notch because the first film, second film, the first film we see them two just get together, just start to interact with each other, just try to learn from each other. Second film, they build on, and third film, there's a lot more emotional moments, a lot more humorous moments, and seeing that those two dynamics, how they have built up each other for the past three movies, and just seeing how it all ended, that really does take a toll, and that really does get you emotional if you really do feel and sense how they feel in this movie, especially in the ending. So all in all, Venom 3 is not the perfect film ever or at all, but if you just turn your brain off, go in the movie with no expectations, just enjoy the fun, thrilling, entertaining ass ride that it is. It's action packed, it's visually stunning, and it does shock you, and it's very surprising. And yes, this is the best film of the trilogy itself, and seeing the dynamic of Eddie and Venom, how it all wraps up, it does get you emotional. It got me emotional, and we're definitely done with seeing Venom anywhere else because this is the last story. But are we done with seeing Eddie Brock himself? Let's find out. In PS, there are two post-credit scenes. The first one being the most important. Second one, if you're willing to wait 5 or 6 minutes after the credits, there is a very small tease. There's a very small tease at the end of it, but the first one is the most important one.